Hi, Forest Hill United Church. I'm Jacob. I was one of the foresters that completed your forest management plan. And today I just wanted to make this video to talk about proper pruning techniques. This is important as in the management plan we suggested for you guys to implement memorial trees. And with the purchase of memorial trees that are stocked from the nursery, it's important to know to choose what kind of stock you want and also how to train the stock to be the healthiest tree possible. And so I chose this tree today because it is of good tree architecture. And so when you're going to the nursery, whether it's a conifer or whether it's a deciduous tree, so this is a deciduous tree, a conifer is a pine and a spruce, you want to make sure that it has a central main leader like this one. And you can see up at the top that there's one dominant leader. And this is really important as if it's co-dominant, there can be health problems later on and it could decrease the tree longevity. And so today we're going to talk about pruning and the equipment needed, how to prune, and when to prune. And so some of the equipment that you'll need for pruning is a pruning saw, similar to this design. This is for cutting stuff around your wrist to maybe 2 finger width. And stuff that are smaller, you can use pruning shears. And you don't want to use a pruning saw on stuff that's around your finger or below because this could cause more damage to the actual branch. And so you want to use something like the shears to mitigate any damage from a pruning cut. Some inappropriate equipment for pruning is a bow saw like this. This is because the teeth pattern doesn't really warrant a proper clean cut. This is more if you're cutting firewood. So you want to stay away from equipment like this when you're making pruning cuts. Now, as always, you want to make sure that you have safety equipment, like a pair of gloves. And you want to make sure that when you're pruning, that you prune at the right time of year. And so a good time of year to prune is in the springtime, right before the tree breaks dormancy. And this is because it allows, when the tree wakes up, the wound's right there, it's fresh, it hasn't been exposed for a long time, and the tree can start acting to prune it right away. You want to stay away from trying to prune stuff in the winter like young trees, just because it is a longer time of that wound exposed without the tree being active. So now we're just going to go through the steps of the 3-point cut and why we do it and where we do it. So if you can see this tissue here, it's kind of engulfed in the main stem. This is called the branch bark ridge. And this, you do not want to make a flat cut and prune back to this, as the tree won't be able to heal. So right here, where the tree joins the branch bark ridge, there's a place called the branch collar, and that's where the branch starts to taper out and go into the main stem. So you want to cut right on the branch bark collar, and you want to cut with the direction of the branch so that there's less surface area that has to be healed once you're done your cut. So now we're going to do the 3-point cut. So first you start off with a bottom cut, about 1/3 of the way through. About there, and then you're going to follow it with the top cut. And what this allows is, it allows the branch to be suspended and for you to have the appropriate amount of time to snap the branch off without it peeling. So now you can see the branch snap there. So it's going to break right about here when I pull it, and there's going to be no peeling that could peel down the bark and cause injury later. Oh. So now we're going to follow it off with the actual cut. So I want to make sure everything's out of the way, and right on the branch bark collar, right on the branch collar is where you want to cut. So right here, and that's going to activate those tissues that are going to seal over that wound. Now it's important when you get to the end of your stroke to slow down so you don't do too much ripping. And now you have a pruning cut. So now give this time and the callus tissue should start to form and heal this tree over.